Welcome to Living Out Loud. I'm Barbara Venezia, my co-host Rene Horsch.
Hey, Barbara.
Hey, Rene. So this is our 6th podcast.
I know. I can't believe it. We've already done 6. We've got a half a dozen down. I love it.
I know. It sounds much better when you say half a dozen.
I know, doesn't it? Yeah.
And it's our holiday show.
I know. Woo-hoo.
Merry Christmas. Woohoo.
Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah to our Jewish friends out there.
Yeah. Merry Christmas to everybody. Today we have a very exciting show. We're going to interview actor and author and comedian Leslie Jordan.
I know. I can't wait.
He's pretty amazing. And then you have Julie Newmar calling in today.
Yeah, she's my glamour. We always had to bring glamour into the show somehow,
yes,
because glamour is the common thread between you and me and all the beautiful ladies. So,
right,
so she's going to bring a little bit of glamour into the show.
Catwoman.
I know. She's going to purr for us,
And then we've also got security specialist Eric Peterson. He's going to be in the studio with us.
Awesome. That's great. He's going to tell us how to be safe over the holidays.
And yeah, he will. He's going to give us some good tips. And since Christmas is right around the corner, we'll be chatting with our friends in Ohio, Jeff Lang from mygaydecorator.com, who will tell us do's and don'ts of Christmas decorating. Of course, our favorite drag queen, DWI, will be calling in.
With baked goods.
With baked goods. And she has a peppermint bark recipe she's going to be sharing with us that I've actually had. She's made it at my house. It's quite good. And then my girlfriend, Buffy Moore from Las Vegas, is going to be giving us some interesting experiences that you can give as Christmas gifts.
I love that. That's a great idea.
Yeah. So, but before we get to Leslie and everything, what have you been doing since the last podcast?
Okay, well, since our last podcast, I've been very busy as usual. As you know me, my life is so exciting.
Right. You're so Hollywood.
Oh yeah, slow down. Let's see. In November, I interviewed various celebrities for the John Wayne Cancer Institute, which is one of my clients, Gloria Jebbia. She's the president for the ABCs, which is Associates of Breast and Prostate Cancer Studies, and they raise funds, for cancer research. So that's a really good thing because cancer affects everybody, at some point. I mean,
so when you say that you interview them, are you on a red carpet?
Yeah, I'm on a red carpet, and
is it really red?
It's red. Yeah, we do it. She does it right, Yeah. We got the step and repeat. We're at the Beverly Hilton, and so it's fun. It's not broadcast, unfortunately. I do it for her archives, and so that way she's had me doing this, I think, since you and I have met. Like back in 2000, I think. So I've been on. I'm in all throughout her archives, and I've been interviewing various celebrities, and this event had Annalyn McCord from 90210. And she received an award, like a Spirit of Entertainment award that Gloria gives out, and then also she had Billy D. Williams.
Really?
Yeah. So that was kind of cool. He did. I think he was like in one of those Star Wars films. I think Return of the Jedi.
Oh, okay.
I think, yeah. And then he was on Dynasty.
Right.
Yeah,
we always seem to go back to Dynasty.
Everything goes full circle to Dynasty for some reason. I don't know why, but that's part of my world. And he played Dominique Devereaux's love interest, who was actually Diane Carroll.
Diane Carroll.
Yeah,
that's
they were the token black couple on the show.
Right.
They're being politically correct back in the 80s. And then also I interviewed Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Carlton Jebbia. She was on last season. So. So that was kind of fun. I had a good time doing that. And then, let's see, I also worked with celebrity fashion stylist Philip Block. And together we styled Mary J. Blige for the AMAs, the American Music Awards, which were held November 23rd.
So when you say you styled Mary J. Blige, what do you do? Do you pick out the dresses, her hair, her makeup? What does it consist of when you walk into somebody and say, "Hey, I'm a stylist"?
Well, when you're a stylist, it could be many things. It could be just strictly the clothing, or it could be from head to toe. So in this case, it was just the gown, and then she had a team of makeup and hair people, and then.
Was the gown Mark Zanino?
It was a Mark Zanino gown, yeah. So that was kind of fun, that's great. And but yeah, it could be from head to toe, and a lot of times it goes into jewelry and shoes and handbags, and and then you're working with various different designers, and
that sounds like fun.
It is fun. It's all about product placement on that red carpet, because as you know, it's like advertising, really.
Right,
so
right.
everybody's like scammering to get their goods on. I mean, the Oscars is nuts. Everybody's under contract. They're all employees like of Dior or Chanel or
How
Valentino.
glamorous.
Yeah, it's very glamorous. So that was kind of fun. That was on November 23rd, and then Thanksgiving weekend, I went to Las Vegas to see my good friend Joan Collins in her one-woman show. Oh, it was fun with her. And after
I went to see that.
Did you? That's right, you did. You were there the night before.
Right, the night before I went to see that, and I thought it was really interesting. Because she talked about her entire history, her whole life story. And they had screens up, and you could see her film clips. And I wish that she would have spent more time talking about her portion of her life where she was an author.
Yeah, I know. She didn't really touch base on that too much.
She talked about the lawsuit she got in with the publisher about her book.
It was Random House, yeah.
But she didn't go into how many books. And when I was there, when I was waiting online to get in, standing behind me was her sister, Jackie Collins.
Oh, no way.
Yes,
oh
her sister, Jackie Collins.
Jackie's awesome. She's great.
And then
She's fun.
she had a whole entourage of people. And I was going to turn around and
you
say,
should have.
Hey,
You
can
should
I
have
get a
said,
selfie?
hey.
And then I thought, oh gosh, that's so corny.
No,
And
hey, in
didn't.
today's world, it's all about selfies, and everybody, and I think the celebrities enjoy part of that because they know how strong social media is. Like you and I before the show were like cracking out our social media.
Right, go visit our Facebook pages, visit my Facebook page and Renee's Facebook
Yeah.
page. We put all our pictures up there as we
Mine's
tape
open
our
for
show.
everybody. Yeah, check it out. Befriend me. I like collecting friends. So
Now, did you do the clothes or style anything for Joan Collins' one-woman show?
yeah, we did. We did. She wore little silver satin cigarette pants and like an
I like
off-the-shoulder
those
blouse.
sequin
Yeah.
silver pants she had on.
They're groovy, huh?
Yeah.
Those would look good on you.
They
I think you could rock
would.
those out for the holiday.
I would love those pants.
Shake it down with Stan, right? Yeah.
And then she had on a really pretty peach gown with feathers and
That actually was a vintage gown from like 1984. And she squeezed herself into it, and
probably not her best choice. Though.
Yeah, it could photograph well, but I think moving on stage was not the right choice. But
No, and she had
the
trouble
color was
sitting
great.
in it.
Oh yeah, she did.
Because she was sitting in this big red chair, and then she was standing up, and she was talking to everybody and explaining her story. And in the beginning, I felt she was a little too scripted because she was reading
From a
what it seemed-
teleprompter,
from
right?
a teleprompter. So I felt like I was in the library and I was hearing an author, read from their book. As the show progressed, she got more conversational.
Yeah, I think
And-
she warmed up, or like she got
Right.
her groove on. You know?
Right.
It's so funny because like I know her so well, and I always find that the early years the most fascinating when she came to Hollywood under contract at 20th Century Fox as a starlet, and the stories that she has about that was when the studio system controlled people,
Right.
and which is really kind of interesting because in today's world girls
But
are getting
some of that stuff
Yeah.
I just wasn't buying, Renee. She's talking about the casting couch and how, she didn't participate in that. And I'm sitting there going, bullshit.
Yeah. She swears she didn't. That's what she tells me. So I'm like, okay, well maybe that's why her career didn't, her movie career didn't take off the way
Maybe.
Marilyn Monroe's did. I don't know. They both were at
Maybe.
20th Century Fox. But the funny thing is, she, I wanted to hear more about. Warren Beatty and Ryan O'Neal. She dated she dated all these like
all
amazing
these
guys.
great
Yeah, Marlon
guys.
Brando. And
she just kind of
she
skipped over that part.
Yeah.
Our audience was mostly gay, and so they were just
Imagine that.
just a huge gay following, and so they were really, really into her. I mean, they were just hooting and hollering.
Oh, no way,
It was
really?
Great. And then I know that you had arranged for me to go backstage, and the line was so long.
Oh, you're kidding.
Because she'd been on our show, the week
Right,
before,
right.
and I really did want to get a picture with her and say hello, but it was so long that I just decided, forget it.
Well, yeah, I know. Well, another time. Well,
Another
you met
time.
already in the showroom,
Right.
so
So that
so
was good, but it was
ba-
fun. It was
Yeah,
fun.
Vegas was fun. That was good. That was a great time. And then, December kicked off with Mark Steen and I were featured on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Again,
I know. Well, we were featured on The Real Housewives of Orange County. Now we've crossed over into our hood. We're in Beverly Hills.
You are just you and those housewives,
Oh
man.
my God, I know we can't get rid of them. This time, it was good. It brought us more attention, and that's what it was really all about: glamorizing women with our couture designs.
But are they really as obnoxious as you see on television?
When we deal with them, they're all great to us because they want something. They're
Right.
getting something, so they're like actually on great behavior with us. So there's none of that chair throwing or cat fighting, because
Because it looks so chaotic. I mean,
Yeah.
whether it's Orange County or Beverly Hills,
or
they
New
just look-
Jersey or Atlanta or whatever.
I mean, I live in Orange County, and I just do not know people like that.
neither do I.
And I live in Newport Beach.
No, you live in a gorgeous area of town. My God, yeah.
And I don't know women like this.
I've been in the Los Angeles Beverly Hills area for over 20 years, and I don't know anybody that carries on the way they do. Yeah. So
Well, I'm glad you guys were on the show, though.
yeah, it was great. It was fun, and I've had a lot of people were blowing up my Facebook. That oh my God, I saw you. They were just like freaking out. It was pretty funny. But then also this month, let's see, I went to support my friend, celebrity hairstylist Chaz Dean at his annual Christmas party, raising toys for tots. It was a great party filled with entertainers. It was fun, catching up with Lisa Rinna and her husband Harry Hamlin, David Charvet, and he was from Baywatch. David Charvet, one of the good-looking,
So does he
lifeguards.
still good looking?
He looks fantastic. Yeah, he looks gorgeous, and his wife is even more gorgeous, Brooke Burke.
Oh,
She
yeah.
was Dancing with the Stars.
Dancing with the Stars,
Yeah.
sure.
And then Morgan Fairchild was there, and she's still looking beautiful. And she said that she'll call in to do our show.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Well,
not
maybe
today,
she'll
but
be on our 2015 roster.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
We'll get them lined up for 2015.
We love hearing from beautiful women.
Yeah, I know. That's what it's all about, right?
And then you went to see Leslie Jordan's show.
Yeah, I
Speaking
did.
of one,
Yeah.
Joan Collins did the one-woman show. He's doing the one-man
one-man.
show. How was it?
Oh my God! It was like it's so funny because I see him every morning. We're Starbucks buddies. Every morning on my way to work. He's there. Doing his thing and his social medias and all that stuff. And I'm popping in there to get my iced Americano. And so we catch up. And so to see him in action in this one man show was really great. I mean, he's got moves. He dances, and that one can bust out some great.
Well, I'm a fan.
Yeah, he's
I'm a
very
fan.
funny, very entertaining.
When he did some things for Aid Services Foundation in Orange County, I actually got to meet him, and his shows for ASF were really, really wonderful. And he's actually on the phone right now with us.
Oh.
Leslie, how are you today?
Hey.
Can you hear me? Listen to this. My cold. I'd be down there with you, but I'm wrapped in a blanket sipping Theraflu.
Oh,
no.
gosh.
You sound like Brenda Vaccaro.
I know. I want it to always sound like this. I have a whole new career.
Well, it's actually very sexy.
Yeah.
When you hang up from us, you should start making phony phone calls.
I should.
Start making those nasty calls. Yeah.
Nasty ones. I wouldn't know what to say. I could just make noises.
So Rene was telling me that he saw your one-man show. And tell me a little bit about that show. You dance in it. He says you have great rhythm.
Oh, well, about 2 years ago, the oldest gay and lesbian theater in Los Angeles, which is called The Celebration, asked me could I do a show for them all of January and February. And I had just gotten off the phone with my manager, and I said, there's 68 pilots. Why wasn't I auditioning for TV pilots? He said, because last year you were in London for all of January, and then you were in New York, February, March. You've got to stay in town. And I said, perfect. So I'll stay in town, and I'll do this a show they want me to do. They said, we want something totally original. Well, I've done these one-person shows all over the country, all over the world, the West End of London, all over Canada. I do Mexico. I go all over the place. But I thought I've just regurgitated my life for the last 20 years. I have nothing left to say. But I was home, and my sweet mother had this collection of slides from the 1950s. My mother was the baby of 7 children. My daddy was the baby of 4. So when I was born, I was their oldest. I was photographed relentlessly. And my mother had kept all these slides, and my sister took the slides to have them transferred into pictures, and the color, it must be different color process these days than back then, because back then it was like a 3-color process, very vivid. You know, these beautiful pictures of me under the Christmas tree, and I saw this amazing journey of a little gay boy and his mother.
And that's what Fruit Fly is about?
The Fruit Fly is about my mother. She's just horrified. My mother's so private.
Well, you know, it's funny because I read your book, My Trip Down the Pink Carpet, and you're very, very open about a lot of aspects of your life in the book. And I was wondering, how does your family feel about you being so public with that?
Well, I'm moving towards a point in my life where I want to stop all that. You know, I don't know what that was about. The thing is, when you put everything you've got into a book and then you read it years later, you think, what was I thinking? But my mother said to me once, she said, Leslie Allen, if I live to be 105, I'll never understand this deep-seated need you have to air your dirty laundry. She said, why can't you just whisper it to a therapist?
His mom's actually really beautiful. She looks like she's got the Barbara Sinatra hair and everything.
Well,
and he even
there's
talks about her
pictures of
Barbara
her
Sinatra hair. Yeah.
in the book.
She really is. She's 80 now, and listen, she is so beautiful.
Her game's on.
She was home for 10 days, and she's just stunning, but she's so private. So what I do now is I just don't let her come see my show.
Okay. Now, I was looking at your website, which audience members can go to, lesliejordan.com, and there's all your shows, Unwrapped, Southern Holiday Stories. You'll be in Edmonton with that.
Right.
And then
they don't keep that up as well as my Facebook. That's where people should go. If you're on Facebook, I have the best page, and I write on it every single day.
Okay.
I have a book pending on my Facebook post. From my Facebook post, I almost have a book deal. And that's the official page of Leslie Jordan.
Okay, so though our listeners should go to Leslie's Facebook page.
That's just Leslie.
60,000 followers.
Oh my
Me, just this old lumbering dinosaur that didn't even start doing it till a couple of years ago.
Well, you know, that social media, it certainly does creep up on you.
And from the point I started doing that, I have never played except here in L.A. It's so hard to get audiences in L.A. I can go to Atlanta, Georgia, and sell out a 1,200-seat auditorium. Come to L.A. and play for 77 friends I beg to come. People are the worst in Los Angeles. But when I'm out on the road, all I have to do is say, hey, guys, I'm in Edmonton, Canada. On Boxing Day, bam, we sell out. The power of social media is amazing.
Now, you have so many different shows. What's different? What would we see in Unwrapped that, let's say, we wouldn't see in Southern Holiday Stories?
Well, Unwrapped is what I worked very long ago. I worked with Miss Lily Tomlin, who's just the queen of one-person shows, and she produced my last show. She produced it. She took it to New York. She took it to London. I mean, try going to New York where the marquee says Lily Tomlin Jane Wagner presents. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
She said to me a long time ago, we were working together on this ill-fated HBO series called 12 Miles of Bad Road.
I missed that.
Bloodworth Thomason wrote it for me, Lily, and Mary Kay Place. A bunch of us she wrote it for. But anyway, HBO just hated it. I mean, we thought it was going to keep us afloat for years. We thought it was brilliant. They thought it was too broad. I thought, well, yeah, right, put the words of Linda Bloodworth Thomason and Leslie Jordan and Lily Tomlin's mouths. What are you expecting, the John Adams Benny series? But anyway, I worked with Lily, and Lily said to me, are you making money on your one-person shows? And I said, well, no, it's pretty expensive. It's $1,600 just to ship my set.
Oh, wow.
Well, she just spit her tea halfway across the room. She said, your set? Oh, my God, honey, no. You don't need a set. Just she said, when I travel, she said, I have a lavalier mic, you know, the Madonna mic.
Oh, yeah.
You can plug in anywhere, and a turtleneck.
That makes it easy.
So I said, well, I'm going to leave the turtleneck to the lesbian, but I'll carry my mic.
Well,
But
we were just talking before you came on the air that both of us went to Las Vegas to see Joan Collins' one-woman show, and I was reading somewhere that you actually got a part in a sitcom that was originally written for her.
Exactly. I went into audition. Will and Grace had written an episode where Joan Collins was going to steal Rosario the maid away from Karen Walker,
Mm-hmm.
Megan Mullally's character. And then they were going to confront each other, and Karen Walker was going to say, you've done the worst thing a woman can do to another woman. You've stolen my maid. And they were going to get into a great big takeoff on that Dynasty cat fight.
Sure.
And pull each other's wigs off. And at the last minute, they came in and they said, Miss, you can't pull Miss Collins' wig off. And they said, but that's the joke. I mean, we're setting it all up. They said, well, it's not going to happen. And they got rid of her.
Oh, my God.
And they kept the same name, Beverly Leslie. And so I went in and auditioned. Now, what's interesting about it, I've never met Joan, but we have followed each other all over the world. She'll do her one-person show at the I always go before her. I'm her warm-up.
Okay.
At the Leicester Square Playhouse in London, I'll do, and every year I'll say, who's next week? They go, Joan Collins. We're trotting her out again. So we've never met. Our paths have never crossed, but do you know I've never heard really a bad thing about her?
No, she's quite delightful. She was on our show. She was on the last show we did.
Yeah.
You're
actually.
kidding.
Yeah. See, you're following her.
And you know what? You're following her again, Leslie, unfortunately.
Oh. Next time, ask her about that. Say, we heard this rumor that Will and Grace had you, and it had something to do with a wig not coming off. Just see what she says.
Oh, well, we will. So 2015 is around the corner. Movies, TV shows. Will you bring your act to Las Vegas?
You know, I can't. I only go where I can make lots of money. I'm just at my age, and I'm not being selfish. I want my mother to be able to go to her grave knowing her children are set.
Okay.
And if I have to sell myself, if they have to trot me out like an aging show pony from one end of this country to the other, I'm going to do it. So I can't make money in Vegas. The rents are too high. It's just too hard to get a crowd. I can't make money in New York, and I can't really make money in L.A. So, I just have to hit the boonies. I've done LA. I've done Vegas many, many, many times.
Maybe we can go with him to Ohio. We've got friends in Ohio that are on the show.
We've got friends in Ohio, yeah. In fact, DWI, she's going to be calling in.
She's our drag queen.
She's our drag queen, and I think you've met her several times. She says she knows you, but maybe that's a story for another time.
I don't remember, but, I don't remember a lot.
Well, Leslie, thank you so much for calling in today, and I hope you feel better.
Yeah, me too.
I'll give you the date. I'm going to be in San Diego at Martini's. Look on my website. That's the next time I'm in Orange County or anywhere around there. I do Martini's on 4th, which is a blast.
Oh, my God, let's go down.
Okay, that sounds great.
Hoedown. It's just a homo hoedown. We just pack them in. But that's the next time I'm in Orange County. But wait for it. It's in February, I know that. But it's Martini's on 4th.
All
Okay.
right.
They'll be trotting me out.
Well, feel better, and hey, ho, 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 Merry Christmas.
Merry
Sorry
Christmas.
I couldn't drive down and be there in person.
Well, you know what? Maybe you can come down and visit us in the new year.
Yeah.
Or before my Martini's on 4th.
Yeah, let's do it, maybe.
There we go.
Yeah, we'll set it up.
Bye-bye.
All right,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye. Thanks, Leslie.
He is
my
so
God.
funny.
Isn't that great?
He's
Yeah.
great, and what a trooper.
I know.
With his little hoarse voice.
I know, he was getting warmed up there. I think it was like kicking in.
I know.
Huh?
I actually liked his hoarse voice. It was kind of sexy.
Kind of Vegas. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Well, in the studio with us is security specialist Eric Peterson. Thanks for visiting with us today, Eric.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, Eric. Yeah.
So, Eric, it's holiday season, and I'm seeing on television where people are stealing holiday packages. Give us some tips for holiday security.
These days you got to be hyper vigilant. I think the biggest thing is a lot of people are putting packages in cars and plain view and things like that. So you got to try to hide things and don't try to do it in a public place. Try to put it in your trunk in another location before you arrive at that location, whether it be a mall or something like that. And oftentimes, I think a lot of people are preoccupied. Oh, did I get this person a gift? Did I do this? And they've got a lot of bags in their hands, and they may not be aware of their purse or their phone or little things like that somebody's going to seek out and take from you. With respect to packages, you really got to, maybe even have somebody at your house that's going to accept that package with a signature, or maybe get it sent to the location, like the FedEx location or the drop location, you go get it, because that's going to be one of the top ones. These criminals are following these people around that are delivering them and just going right after it. And
Really?
There's been some recent stories where they're videotaping the criminals, the homeowners, and kind of putting fake packages out for them, but it's something that you can't really prevent,
Wow.
When I was a kid, I never heard of this kind of stuff.
Well, it's interesting because Mark Sanino, he always was. People are always getting a hold of his American Express card. It's so weird. I don't know if they're like digging through the trash or something, but we found that there was like these. He got these charges on his American Express card for like $30,000, and it was like for a purple mink coat. And
Really?
yeah, they actually these criminals are so crafty that they had all the information of his home and everything, and they would actually have that purple mink coat delivered to the house, but they were hanging out by our bushes, and they would when the UPS guy would come up, they would be there to retrieve it, and we had no idea. It was bizarre.
That's
Isn't
crazy.
that crazy? Yeah.
So security specialists, what does that really mean?
We handle everything, whether it's personal security, something for your house, business, everything, investigations. So yeah, it's just all over the map because computer, reputation, everything that you can imagine. There's so many aspects.
So computer reputation, can you really clean up your reputation on the online?
With the right amount of money, apparently you can. So yeah.
Really?
Yeah. There's all these little niches in the computer internet realm that will hide people and things like that. So there's always somebody that's popping up that can offer a service.
So personal security, are you talking about being a bodyguard to someone?
Executive protection to somebody that maybe have gotten some threats or something like that, or somebody that's in the news, somebody that's a celebrity or a high net worth individual, something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you take care of people who are stalking?
Who are being stalked, who are being threatened, maybe have a lot of valuable stuff in their homes and don't want any sort of issues. Maybe some crime has happened in their area. It doesn't matter if you're in the richest area or the middle class area. There is going to be crime, whether you're behind a gate or not.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Yeah.
People think, well, I live in a gated community, so it's not going to happen. But there's crime everywhere.
Exactly.
So during the holidays, does property crime increase?
I think the car burglaries increase and the property crime is always going to be consistent. I think with that more opportunity, and if you're not putting up those layers and not being hypervigilant and having your head on a swivel, so to speak, then yes, the opportunity. If you create that opportunity, it'll continue. So, to answer your question, yes.
So when we go to the mall, see, that's what it's easy. I go back and forth with this. Should I go to the mall and shop, but I can only carry so much, and then I have to go back to the car, and then I have to go back inside again. And so I always think, is someone watching me, or is it better for me to shop online?
I like shopping online. It's convenient, but as long as it's a well-lit area, depending on where you're parked and where you're going and things like that. And there's always extra security during that time. But I think a lot of times we'll have a false sense of security, whether it's during the holiday season or not, and we're putting laptops on. And I'm guilty of some of this stuff until I wake up in the middle of the night and go and get it out of my car. But you're putting stuff that people will walk by and smash that window and grab, whether it's a laptop, iPad, whatever the case may be, phone.
Yeah.
And I see it all the time. I mean, we could just walk through a parking lot right now and we'll be able to see it. So in a holiday season, yeah, you're going to be preoccupied, but get that stuff out of the view of these opportunists.
So for our listeners, give us some tips on security for shopping online. What should we be looking for and do and not do?
Shopping online, I always use a pretty good website, whether it's Amazon or something like that, and you got your credit card, you're going to have your protections from them, hopefully, and you have they beef up security so much with codes and logging in from different devices and things like that.
Yeah.
So just be aware that it's a good source that you're buying from. I'm always skeptical of some of these other sources.
Well, thank you so much for sharing some tips with us, Eric.
No problem. Thanks
Ho,
for having
ho,
me.
ho.
All right, Eric. Yeah.
And
Hey.
speaking of Christmas, I wonder how Julie Newmar is spending Christmas.
I don't know. Is she? I think we've got her online.
At home.
at home.
Hey, Julie.
In the whole world. Yes.
Welcome to Living Out Loud with Barbara and Renee. How are you?
Hello, Barbara and Renee. Are you having a good time?
We are. We're having a wonderful time. And our show today is about Christmas. And we just finished talking with Eric Peterson, who is giving us tips on security for Christmas and things to do and don't.
I got a joke for Christmas.
You
Ooh.
do? What's your Christmas joke?
It goes like this. Our dog loves the Christmas tree. He looks at it, and it brings tears to the floor.
Ooh.
Well, if that's not good, I have another one. For Christmas, they just came out with a battery-operated battery. But the batteries aren't included.
Oh, but I like that one. That's good.
Now, do you have any Christmas
Traditions?
Oh, it's all around and about family and just doing the things that we've done 1,000 times. But there's something so wonderful and unexpected that comes out of it. It's not the things or the stuff. It's just the doing of it, I think.
It's the gathering in the family, right?
So,
Yeah.
So do you have a list for Santa? What would you like for Christmas?
Oh, no, I have everything. I have the world. I have admiration. I have love. I have a beautiful house. I have people that are so sweet and dear around me. I love my family is just divine. Well nigh perfect.
Oh, we like that. Well,
Yeah.
what would Catwoman want for Christmas? Let's ask that question, huh?
Oh, well, let's see. Music.
Music.
Live
Ooh.
music, yes.
'Cause she was kind of a spicy gal, right?
Ooh, no, to go and hear a great singer or there is a great singer coming up in next week here in L.A. Is this for the people in L.A.?
Yeah, we're listened to in L.A.
Oh, well, then let me see. Well, any kind of fabulous live classical music. That's what I love.
Oh, great.
Well, Julie, I was a big fan when you were on Batman, and nowadays all the Marvel comics and Dell comics are coming to life on television with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and The Flash and The Arrow. Do you watch any of those comic book shows?
Well, I'm frankly so happy that Warner Brothers finally came out with the show that we did, the original Batman 66, it's called, which is in DVD and in Blu-ray. I mean, people have been asking for that, and I could never explain why it wasn't available, but now it's out, and it's really beautiful to see on your big television screens.
Oh, well, that sounds like a great Christmas gift.
Yeah, that would be a great Christmas gift.
I wish they'd send me my free copy.
Right?
Warners, please.
Well, I think we better dial that Warner Brothers in and get her that copy, right, Barbara?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, Barbara, I don't know if you realize, but Julie Newmar was actually in a music video with George Michael. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. Julie, can you tell us a little bit about that? That was really exciting.
Oh, it was when I was modeling for Thierry Mugler.
Yeah.
And George and Thierry put on this phenomenal act, and it all happened in Paris. So Thierry Mugler, the great designer of gorgeous women's clothes like you, he brought in 100. I mean, there were at least 100, the most beautiful models in the whole world. They came to Paris. I got to go to Paris, and for 3 days and 3 nights, we filmed this DVD, this show.
It was called Too Funky was the song.
Too
George
Funky.
Michael's, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I remember going on stage. It was 3 a.m. Oh, my gracious. Well, never mind.
Let me tell you, you rocked that runway. You were busting moves, and I think you were like wearing some amazing cat
Well, you know
suit.
why I was busting my breeches? Well, no, it was really my waist cincher. Thierry had me in 3 corsets, one on top of the other.
Wow.
And none of them had elastic.
Oh,
You
my.
just could not breathe. So, but that's why I threw my legs up over my head.
Well, I'm looking at your website, julienewmarwrites.com.
Oh, really?
Yes, I have it up on my laptop as we're talking. And I love that you are 80 years old, it says here.
No, I'm not.
It says on being
I'm
80, it's
81.
time to read.
got last
Okay.
year's.
So you need to update your website.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Well, it's Facebook. That's where the action is.
And she's up on her social media, Barbara. She's got the Facebook going, and
Wow.
Yeah, definitely Facebook. And wonderful thing happened to me. My brother, my beloved brother in San Francisco, the Harvard PhD. Oh my God, he's so smart. Anyway, he owns a vineyard. This is to die for. He finally named a wine after me.
Oh.
yeah, isn't that great?
What's the wine's name?
Julie Newmar. Oh, it's a Chardonnay. Thank you for asking. It comes from Heron Lake. Big birds, heron, Heron. Heron Lake Vineyard. And it's just come out in the last 3 days. So,
well, that sounds like another good Christmas gift.
That would be a great
We're gonna
gift
add
for
that.
everybody.
I wonder if he'll send me someone like Warner Brothers. No, it's not for this Christmas. I don't think it's. Well, maybe it is. Oh, I better find out.
So, Julie, what are you up to these days? Any projects?
What am I up to? Oh my gosh, I make little short films and videos. I write essays, and then Facebook is really an amazing explosion of ideas coming in and out. It's wonderful. I have my own real estate business. I'm a single mother. I support a family of 5, 2 of them handicapped.
Well, I see, I'm on your Facebook now, and I see that you have 131,000 followers.
That's pretty amazing, isn't
That
it?
is pretty amazing.
That's incredible.
Oh, it's not as many as my friend Dita Von Teese.
Oh.
It's over 1 million. But she takes off her clothes.
Right. So
Well, there you go. How can you
Yeah.
nudity? It's hard to
right. It's hard to
compete with that, right? It's unfair advantage sometimes, I think, right?
Well, yes, but the mountain's kind of cold outside.
right.
I have, Barbara, I have to say that I've been in her lovely home. It's beautiful. She lives in Brentwood, and she's got the most gorgeous garden. And you've got quite the green thumb. You're flipping and dipping flowers all over the place. It's incredible.
I have 4 flowers named after me now.
Isn't that great?
Isn't that lovely? Oh, I love gardening. I have a rose and a begonia and a daylily, out of this world daylily. Oh, my goodness. So beautiful.
So, Julie, on your website, there's a section that says how to be a great beauty.
Yes.
What tips can you give to our listening audience?
Yeah, we love that.
Well, I'm noticing, especially on television, that women's voices could use a little upgrading. They just sound like chickens on the way to the abattoir. I think less slang, maybe. Voices are very important.
And
That's
what's your best kept beauty secret? Like, what do you do before you go to bed? Do you have a great eye cream do you use? I mean, I'm always slapping on Chanel eye cream before I hit the sheets, and I'm trying to roll back.
Wait a minute, I don't know. You tell me. What should I do?
No, I mean, you look gorgeous, and I've always just been, Barbara and I always like to, with all of our beautiful women that have been calling in, we always like to find out their secrets so we can apply them to ourselves, right,
yes,
Barbara?
Yes, we're into staying beautiful.
Barbara and I are a work in progress here. We're always like, what can we do now, right?
I love that. We're all a work in progress.
Right?
We're just learning from everybody every single day.
Absolutely. Well, gosh, Julie, this has been all kinds of fun having you on, and
You have a very Merry Christmas.
yeah.
Oh, I am, and thank you, and you are too, right?
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Oh, we're buying the Christmas tree, and I hope it smells good.
Yeah.
Not the kind they spray.
No, we want organic. Yeah,
No
that's the way to go.
please.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right, doll. Well, thank you so much, and I'll be calling you, and we'll go out for lunch soon.
Oh, much love.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye. Thank you.
I can't believe we just talked to Julie Newmar. I
Isn't
mean,
that great?
that is very cool.
I'm like, I try to dial it in, babe. You know, like
you
let's.
are the best. Oh,
Oh
my
my
gosh,
God.
I'm like in the vapors now.
Oh my god! Oh my god! We even got a purr out of her. That was great.
I know. I
huh?
was hoping
Right?
she would do the purr thing.
I didn't, and we didn't even have to ask for that. She just like she delivered. Yeah.
Right, right. Well, her voice is so interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of like you know I have to agree
Sultry.
with it's very sultry, and that's the thing I have to say, like with the generation of actresses like Joan Collins, Tina Louise, Julie Newmar, you know, they're all of the same generation. The studio really groomed those women on how to get out of a limousine, how to speak, how to hold a cocktail, how to smoke a cigarette,
Right.
how to dress, how to behave, and you know they polished them. And
Yeah.
I think that the actresses of today, they don't have that, and you know, maybe what she's saying about the voices, maybe they do need to polish them up a little bit, or they don't have all that finishing that I think maybe that the
Well,
studios
you know, on her
taught them.
website, it's
Yeah.
really interesting. I was looking through it, and you know, she does say on her "How to Be a Great Beauty" that beauty is more than skin deep, and she's got a section about body and dress and face and hair and skin tips, and she does talk about voice. And so it's interesting. I'm going to read this when I've got a little more time. Do we have our My Gay Decorator to give us tips? I think Mike was
Oh,
talking,
is
and
Mike-
I wasn't paying attention. Jeff, are you there?
I am. Good evening.
Hey,
Good
Jeff.
evening. Hey, we've been having a good time here.
You have just a great lineup tonight. I've been listening, and it's just so awesome to hear both Julie Newmar and Leslie Jordan.
I know, my
I
goodness
know.
gracious. And so now you are going to tell us do's and don'ts for Christmas decorating. I hate Christmas decorating. It's like I don't hate the part of decorating, but I hate the part of taking it down.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
So maybe I don't go overboard, but tell us a little bit about your thoughts on that issue.
Well, I mean, Barbara,
'Cause-
you know, I was thinking there really is. I was thinking about it, and I was thinking that there really are no Christmas don'ts. I mean, people go crazy. You mix color. More is better than less. You know, it's like one of those few holidays or few things where I think most of the rules just kind of fly out the window. Except I did think of one, and the one was don't put up more than you're willing to take down.
Hey,
Yes,
that's great advice.
That is the
Yeah.
main rule. That is.
You know,
Right on.
you don't want to be that neighbor in the neighborhood who's trying to pretend like his Christmas lights are really for the 4th of July.
Right.
Oh, don't you hate that neighbor? I've got a neighbor that they leave their tree up all year long. It's ridiculous. Yeah. I mean,
So that's probably the biggest don't. But I mean, you know, Barbara, speaking to your dilemma, I think people get overwhelmed, and you know, they love decorating, they love how pretty it looks, but it can be a tedious job taking everything down.
Yes, I know.
yeah.
And so, you know, a couple of suggestions would be to decorate light. Don't go crazy. You know, don't even put up a tree, but still decorate for the holidays. You know, a couple of ideas that I had were, you know, you can fill bowls or apothecary jars with Christmas ornaments. That way you're not lugging a tree in the house and you're not having to add water.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I like that.
I like
You're
that
not
idea.
You're not vacuuming up needles off the floor until August.
Oh, I'm in for those fake trees, man, that they sell at Target.
They still shed. And I find little pieces of green plastic all over the house.
Yeah.
So, you know, just decorate, you know, very simply. Stuff that you can just, you know, dump back into a box or even package up the whole thing. You know, the other thing you can do is string Christmas ornaments on beautiful ribbon and
Ooh.
hang them, you know, in front of the windows.
Ooh,
You
hadn't
know,
thought of
like,
that.
you
That's
know-
a good
Oh,
one,
that's
Jeff.
a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, and just use a Christmas hook it over the drapery rod, and when you're done, put each one in a plastic bag and save it for next year.
You're like, voila! It's
Yeah,
Christmas
that is
here.
a
That's
very,
great.
very good idea.
And then another thing I was thinking of was one year I was babysitting a friend's house out in California, and they had a navel orange tree in the backyard. And they were out of town, and they were flying home, I think, like Christmas Eve, and they didn't want to put up a tree. But it just killed me to think that their house wasn't going to be decorated for Christmas. So I went down and bought garland from the local Christmas tree farm, and I got some ribbon, and I picked the oranges off the tree and washed them and cleaned them, and I decorated with green boughs and beautiful navel oranges in all different shades of yellow and orange, and added ribbon. And then when they were done, they threw the bough and the ribbon and the Christmas in the trash and kept the oranges and squeezed them and juiced them and ate them.
Now that's clever.
Hey, that's
That
great.
is very, very clever. One of the things that I guess in a lot of communities now, which is very controversial, is people taking their Christmas lights and syncing it to music.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
Apparently, a lot of community associations now are not crazy about that. I mean, if you live next door to somebody and for all night long, all you heard was the same loop,
Yeah.
it could be a little nutty.
Yeah, that would drive us crazy. Now, I know in the community we live in, the only restriction the Homeowners Association has on us is that the trees that are in the parkway next to the curb all have to be decorated. You cannot decorate it if you don't wish to, but if you do wish to decorate, the trunk has to be wrapped in red lights and the canopy of the tree is in white. And, when you have a whole neighborhood who participates in something like that, it's spectacular.
Oh, yeah.
But we do have one neighbor who has done the flashing lights and the strobing lights and it's blinking. I haven't stopped to see if there's music involved, but it feels a little schizophrenic to me.
Yeah, definitely.
I like that. Schizophrenic. That's the new theme.
Christmas. Well, you thank you so much for calling in, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
And we will chat with you again next year.
All right.
All right. Thanks so much, man.
Bye, Jeff.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And
Wow.
now joining us is our favorite drag queen.
Oh, my God. They're
also
all
from Ohio.
We got them lined up.
DWI.
Oh, speaking of schizophrenic, hello. How are you?
Hey.
We're just great. I mean, we just got off the phone with Jeff, and he gave us some great decorating tips for the holidays. And I know that you are actually at a Tupperware event tonight.
I am. We're at the Neighborhood Tupperware Cookie Exchange at the Senior Citizen Center.
Ooh. Get down.
Let me tell you, you get around.
Yeah. Don't get too crazy over there, that senior center.
I locked myself in the closet so that no one will disturb me.
Oh, so we have a drag queen in a closet calling a podcast.
Exactly.
I'm liking the visual on that.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
How exciting.
Yes, so Dee, tell me, what is the recipe that you have that's a favorite one for Christmas?
Okay, well, this is very fun. And Barbara, you and I did it on the little cooking show that we did together, so we can share that link, I believe.
Right. You can go to YouTube and see Dee and I make this.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's your
like
very own homemade peppermint bark. Why go to Williams-Sonoma and spend all that money when you can make your own peppermint bark at home? So what I like to do is I go to the Michael's craft store where they sell those little candy melts. Barbara, you wouldn't know this because
I have no idea what a candy melt is.
I know. Well, anyway, they look like little discs of chocolate, all right?
Okay.
They make them for us to melt in the microwave.
So can't you just melt regular chocolate?
Well, you could, but I use these because I know that I know how to make it work.
Oh,
The
okay.
other ones, they make me nervous.
Okay, we don't want you nervous.
No. And we want to make sure that people know how to do it right. So I go to the Michaels and I buy the little Wilton chocolate melt. Dark chocolate, a bag of dark chocolate, and a bag of white chocolate.
Okay.
And then you take the bag of dark chocolate and you melt it in the microwave until it's all melty, okay? And then what you do is you pour that onto like a baking sheet, all right, that is lined with foil. You must line your baking sheet with foil, okay? And then you spread it out around until it's like nice in one even layer of chocolate, okay? And then you're going to let that set up until it becomes hard again.
Okay.
You must let it set up. Then you're going to take the white chocolate bag and you're going to melt it just like you did the chocolate, okay? The dark chocolate. You're going to melt the white chocolate just like you did the dark chocolate, okay? And then you're going to spread that over the layer of the dark chocolate. So you have a layer of dark chocolate, and you have a layer of white chocolate, okay? Are you following me?
Uh-huh.
All right. Then you're going to take some candy canes and you're going to beat the shit out of them with a mallet. All right.
Okay.
I usually put it in a little plastic Ziploc bag and then beat it with a rolling pin or a mallet until you bust it up real good into tiny little pieces.
Okay.
And then while that white chocolate is still wet, very important, the white chocolate must still be wet, you sprinkle that broken up candy cane on top of the white, and it makes like a little peppermint dust, and you let it set up. And then you bust that candy up into little pieces of chocolate, and you have your own peppermint bar. It's delicious.
Well, you know, Dee, I just posted this recipe on my Facebook page.
Okay, good.
So anyone who is listening who would like to make that, they can go to my Facebook page, Barbara Venezia, and they can now make that. Now, I'm not sure what is the bark part. I mean, I get the chocolate peppermint thing.
Yeah, what is the bark?
Because it kind of looks like the bark off a tree, I think, when you bust it into the little pieces.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, I will say that it is absolutely delicious.
It is. And, and why spend all that money at the little Williams-Sonoma? Sorry if we're advertising for Williams-Sonoma tonight on the podcast. But
no, we don't have any advertisers yet.
Oh, not yet. Not today. Anyway, so, but oh my God, it's so much cheaper than going over to the little stores that are so much expensive.
Well, this is a great recipe, and it's, once you make this, Renee, you just can't stop eating it.
Oh my God.
It's candy crack.
Definitely, it's not good for the waistline, right?
No, not good
for
the
bikini line.
Renee doesn't eat stuff like that. I've seen him before. Right. He's way too healthy, that Renee.
I try.
Well, honey, I thank you for calling in and sharing your peppermint bark recipe with us. And I think you should get out of the closet right now, because probably...
I got to go back upstairs and sell some more cookies.
Okay, well, you have a great time, and say hi to all those folks at the Senior Center for us. And
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thanks so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. She is so funny. This is really good, though, this peppermint bark stuff. She actually made me make it, and, I'm not a cook, and it really came out great. Well, Fafi Moore's on the phone right now with us,
Fafi.
and she's calling from Las Vegas.
Hey.
Hey. How's the weather in Vegas?
Well, it's chilly. It's, chilly as Christmas weather's going to get here.
Ooh, well, that makes it feel Christmassy, though, that it's chilly.
Oh, yeah, it's time to light the fire and start thinking holiday songs and tunes and everything.
Well, I love the idea that you're calling in with experience presents. That is very unique, because so many times you go, what can I buy for somebody? I mean, at our age, you pretty much have everything, unless you're going to get another Christmas sweater. So what did you discover that we can give as experiences?
Well, and then, Barbara, another thought is that a lot of people that are young, they have small apartments that they don't have any room to put things in. So I've got some great things. In Las Vegas, they can race a Ferrari for $299 out at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, where they have all the NASCAR races and all the big races. They can learn all the technical aspects of driving. It's their dream car. They get trained in it. They actually go out. Now, I did this, and the driver kind of passed his hands in front of my eyes as we're going 185 miles an hour.
Whoa!
And I'm like, okay, this is pretty fast. He asked me if I wanted to drive, and I said, no, I was doing okay with him driving because I wasn't sure I wanted to do that. But this is a real good adrenaline rush for people that like that. But if that's not enough adrenaline for you, the Las Vegas Aerobatic Thrill Ride, you can get your choice of aircraft, and they've got two of them. I don't know. One's an acrobatic plane, and the other one is an open cockpit plane. And you can pull up to 8 Gs on this ride, and that only costs you $415. So if you just want to really have that adrenaline rush, it's a good one.
Well, that sounds like fun, yeah.
Now, you're not driving the plane, I'm assuming.
No, you're riding in the Rio seat. That's like in a fighter jet, you'd be in the Rio seat, the back seat on it. But I do have a pilot's license, but I'm not that brave that I'm going to go do aerobatics on a plane. I like to know that plane is going to take off, going to fly straight and level, and when I want to land, I land. So that's my kind of flying.
Right.
That's why I don't do skydiving, because why would I want to jump out of a perfectly good plane?
Exactly. I agree with you.
But then there's another fun one for all the guys that, just really want to build something. There is basically Tonka toys for grown-ups, and it's called Dig This. And they can go out and they can actually drive heavy equipment. They can feel like Macho Man, go drive, move some dirt, feel big. And that's only $249. So
I've been on their website, and they say that they are one of the number one attractions in Las Vegas. I mean, you can get on a big Caterpillar and move dirt, and they give you a hard hat. That's one of the things that I would like to do.
Yeah, it sounded like a lot of fun. I mean, you can go be a construction worker for a day and have a good time, build something, or at least move some dirt from one place to the next, and feel productive.
Well, do you have anything for us foodies?
Oh, yes. You know, Las Vegas, we have so many great food places now. I mean, when I moved here 25 years ago, I used to say there were a lot of places to eat, but no places to dine. Well, we've really changed now. We do have good dining, and there's actually a Las Vegas food tour. And so you get to channel your inner foodie, and it's only $59. So you get to go try food at some different places. And it's really kind of fun. We did one of these tours when we were in Barcelona, and we loved it. Of course, I like anything when I can eat and walk. I think you defeat the purpose of walking when you're eating while you're doing it, but it still was fun.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah, it is. It really, I'm going to go do that one. I thought it sounded like, you know, how bad can it be?
Yeah. No, I'll do that with you when I'm out there next time. We should do that.
Oh, I think that'd be fun. Good. We'll put it on the schedule. And then, you know, I like to take pictures. I'm supposed to call them photos, not pictures. But I like to go out and do that. I'm kind of an amateur photographer. And they have, I just set up, this is so cool. It's a Las Vegas night photo safari. Well, you know, with all the great lights and the strip and everything, it's a guided tour that they take you to all these great places where you can get really good photos of Las Vegas. And that's only $60. You have to bring your own camera.
Okay. Well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, I thought these were all really fun things. But if your listeners think that maybe we missed something, there's a lot more ideas on this website. It's www.cloud9, the number 9, living.com. They have so many experience gifts, and they run anywhere from like $35 up to the one that was over $400. But they're really some great things that you could give the person that has everything.
Well, I think you've really done a great job here, and you've done your homework. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it sounds like fun, and I'm glad you want to do the food tour. We'll go try that one on. We'll pick our good walking shoes, and we'll have some fun.
All right, sounds like a plan. Well, I will see you next week, I guess, when I'm back in Las Vegas, and we'll have some fun.
We'll have a great time, and happy holidays to everybody that's listening.
Thanks,
Merry
Fafi.
Christmas. Bye, Fafi.
Bye-bye.
And I'll take that Cloud Living 9 and I'll put it on our website, on the website too.
Oh, very good.
On the Facebook page, because that I'm going to do that. That sounds like really lots of fun. So we've had an incredible show today, and you have a pseudo diamond ring. I don't know if you can see this.
It's a simulated diamond ring. Where's our camera?
Those that are watching us on YouTube. Tell me about that diamond ring.
Okay, this is from the Elizabeth Taylor collection, and it's from the same jewelry manufacturer that did the Nolan Miller Glamour collection.
Ooh.
Yeah, and this is actually a replica of Elizabeth Taylor's ring. It's 33.19 of simulated diamond. Yeah, which is actually
What are they selling that for?
They're actually selling it. I mean, that's a lot of bang for your buck. It's $149 on QVC, and you can do 3 easy payments too. How about that?
You've been on QVC too long.
I mean, how cool is that, though? That you can get actual. I mean,
cool.
Isn't that awesome? I mean, like that's pretty great for a fake diamond, right? I mean, I think
it really is, and it's made very well. I'm holding it right now, and I'm putting it on.
Yeah,
and it's not cheesy.
No,
you know how sometimes custom jewelry is
yeah.
cheesy. But it is quite luxurious. This is glitter, glitter, glitter.
Yeah.
Wow.
How about that? You can serve
Very nice.
martinis on it,
so
huh?
how did you get a hold of this when you were at QVC?
Well, yeah, I mean, Tim Mendelsohn, he was the one who worked alongside Elizabeth Taylor for 20 years, and he actually goes, he represents the estate of Elizabeth Taylor, and he went on air, and so I actually got it from him, and so it's something I'm treasuring this Christmas. It's kind of, that's Christmas for me, big diamond big faux diamond ring. So
you will be wearing
No,
this
I'm not
on
going to be
New
wearing
Year's
it.
Eve.
I'll just have it on display. I'll keep it as objet on my coffee table or something. So anyway, I thought you'd get a kick out of it.
I did.
Yeah.
Well, I love jewelry.
Yeah,
So,
you've got
yes.
gorgeous diamonds yourself. You've got real ones, and I brought a fake. So
Well, jewelry's jewelry. As
Right.
long as it glitters, we love it.
absolutely.
Well, so what are you doing for Christmas?
I will be in town. My dad lives down in Laguna Beach, so I'll be down there for Christmas. And then Christmas Day, I'll be at Donna Mills. She throws like this amazing Christmas party and has all these people over, so I'll be there Christmas Day.
Well, I hope you'll be
Yeah.
posting on Facebook and Instagram.
Absolutely. And then I'm going to ski Montana for New Year's. Yeah.
Nice.
What about you?
I'm going to be in Las Vegas, so
All right.
we're going to have fun. Well,
that's a
that
wrap?
ends our show.
I can't believe it's
I
already
know.
over. My
it's
God.
already over. So to our listeners, have a very safe, happy, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year. We'll be back in 2015.
We'll rock it out.
Yeah.
See ya. Bye.